Welcome back, everyone. We have a quick stimulus update for you today. I do hope you have been well. I hope your week is going well so far. How have you been? Now, we have a little bit of news talking about the eviction moratorium, and I do think I have permission to speak on this issue as I am a newly become landlord. As you guys know, if you didn't catch my last few real estate videos, you would know that I purchased my first rental property last month, and today, July 1st, interesting timing, today was my first ever monthly rent payment, so perfect timing for me to speak on this issue. So let's get started, dive right into the news. But before we do, as always, you guys know the drill. Make sure you do give this video a big thumbs up, smash a like button, I would appreciate that. If you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed to this channel, click that big red button and the notification bell as well. That little bell will just notify you each and every time we do post a brand new video or update or even go live right here on this channel. And we'll be doing our next cash giveaway when we do it 20,000 subscribers. You have to be subscribed to be entered in that giveaway. You might as well get that way now and become subscribed. So now that you've done those couple things for me, we can get started. So breaking news coming this week, the Supreme Court just ruled that it will not remove the national eviction moratorium that prohibits landlords from evicting tenants who fail to keep up with rent payments during the COVID-19 economic downturn. Tenants who are behind on rent have been granted one last reprieve with the Biden administration extending the national eviction moratorium for a final time. The court had declined an emergency appeal by landlords and real estate firms to allow evictions to resume after a federal judge in Washington, D.C. ruled in May to invalidate the moratorium. The moratorium has helped many tenants struggling to pay their monthly housing costs, but as a result, it has also hurt landlords financially who have seen a drought in income subsequently. If we look at some brief history of it, it was initially imposed by the CDC as a public health measure to minimize movement of people and therefore COVID transmission per an executive order signed on September 1st, 2020 by then President Donald Trump. The CDC said it believed that mass evictions would motivate people to share housing with other people, creating more crowded spaces and hotbeds for COVID outbreaks, which is understandable. Last week, the CDC extended the moratorium, which was supposed to expire Wednesday, for one more month through July. This has now been the third time that the eviction moratorium has been extended. So now that the vaccination rates are high and infection rates are low, it's questionable what purpose the moratorium actually serves right now. The highest court of the land was divided with its decision on Tuesday with a 5-4 vote, with Chief Justice John Roberts and Justice Brett Kavanaugh breaking with the conservative bloc on the bench to maintain the moratorium. Conservative Justices Clarence Thomas, Samuel Alito, Neil Gorsuch, and Amy Coney Barrett ruled to remove the moratorium. In their request, the moratorium's opponents had said that landlords have been incurring $13 billion a month in unpaid rent losses and won't ever recover all that money. They said that the logic behind the moratorium is inconsistent with the relaxation of COVID restrictions nationwide following the CDC scientific guidance and higher vaccination rates. And according to Census Bureau data, listen to this, about 4.2 million Americans say that it is, quote, very likely or somewhat likely that they will receive an eviction or foreclosure notice in the next 2 months. So as a young, fresh landlord, what are my thoughts on this matter? Well, I reiterated this several times as the moratorium was extended throughout the last several months. I've covered this in past updates countless times, and the fact is that this is really only making the situation worse. I do believe it was necessary. I do believe that it had to be in place at the heart of the pandemic as cases were raging, especially towards the later half of 2020. And now that vaccinations are through the roof and the majority of Americans are now vaccinated or at least have received one dose, I do think it is time to remove this restriction. By pushing back rent payments, it's only going to back up the courts even more. People are going to owe even more money and will ultimately face homelessness regardless of whether or not the eviction moratorium is extended. The people that can't afford to pay their rent right now won't be able to do so in another 30 days. There is simply no reason to extend it another time. Another 30 days will do absolutely nothing to help the situation. It will only exacerbate the situation. And there is simply no reason for this, as the vaccine is readily available to people all over America. In fact, we have an abundance of vaccines. We have to now send it out to other countries because we have so many. Now, Congress has allocated more than $46 billion in rental assistance to help with tenants and landlords alike get back on their feet, start with a fresh slate. and we've covered that in past updates, how you can qualify for that assistance. However, distributing this money has been proven to be very difficult as far as the allocation in certain states and municipalities. And the fact is, the recipients, the people that are receiving this assistance, are not exactly the targeted intended market. Some experts are even questioning whether or not the $46 billion will be enough to help with this issue. And tenants are fully aware that they are about to be evicted, and landlords alike are also aware that they might foreclose on their homes. So instead of just pushing it back and delaying the issue, delaying the response, how about we help with it being over and getting people back on their feet and addressing the issue at its core? The moratorium is essentially antiquated now. It's not useful anymore. It's not actually being put to good use, and it's really not helping anyone whatsoever. In the short term, yes, it is helping tenants, and yes, it does allow them to live and eat another day, but in the long term, you are doing even more damage than you could even imagine. What are your thoughts on the matter? Are you for the eviction moratorium? Are you against it? Should it be lifted now, or should it continue to be put in place until the pandemic is completely and totally over? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know down below in the comments. I'm curious to hear. We'll have more updates for you guys. Who the hell knows? Might be extended another 30 days. What's another 30 days according to the CDC? So we'll be sure to have more updates and developments for you guys right here on this channel. This is your one-stop shop. I do hope you got value out of this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Smash the like button. I would appreciate that. If you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Click that big red button and the notification bell as well. That bell will notify you each and every time we do post a brand new video right here on this channel. If you'd like to get some free stocks, all on me, all free, just use the links down below in the description of this video. When you sign up with Robinhood and or Webull, actually get some free stocks, some valued up to thousands of dollars in some scenarios. So do let me know what stocks you do get. And if you would like to connect with me on social media, I am on Instagram at Logan Cohn, LoganKohn, right there on your screen. I hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.